Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to show you how to knit the broken rib stitch. This is a super simple stitch that's perfect for beginner knitters. It produces a fabric that lays nice and flat, it's completely reversible, and it's only a 3-row repeat. All you need to know how to do is cast on stitches, knit, purl, and cast off stitches. I've provided links to those in the description field as well. Pattern is in the video description, so if you click on the little drop down, you'll see it over there. I'll also scroll it up here. And then this project that I've done here with that is just a hat, a very simple hat that I've knit in the flat, and then I've joined it together. So I'll do a video on this in the upcoming weeks, but if you're interested in knitting this, I've provided the details of this in the description field as well. I'm going to cast on 7 stitches using the long tail cast on. You can use any cast on of your choice. And if you're not familiar with the long tail, I've provided a link in the description field. I'm just using some cotton yarn here to demonstrate this, and size US size 9 needles. You can use just regular needles. You don't need double pointed needles. All right, so 6 and then one more 7. All right, and here we go. Row 1 is just a knit 1, purl 1 all the way down to the last stitch. So just a knit 1 and then purl 1. And if you're beginner knitters, remember to knit. You're going to take the yarn to the back and knit. To purl, you're going to bring the yarn to the front and purl. So this is a great pattern to practice, that taking the yarn to the back and bring the yarn to the front, alternating knit, purl. You keep doing that till you get to the last stitch. The last stitch, you're gonna knit. And that is the end of row 1. You're gonna turn your work. Row 2 is the exact opposite. You do purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, all the way down to the last stitch. So here we go. We start with a purl, knit, purl 1, knit 1, and one more time, purl 1, knit 1. And when you get to the last stitch, you are going to purl it. So purl 1 or purl the last stitch. All right, that's the end of row 2. You're going to turn your work. Row 3 is the same as row 1. So knit 1, purl 1, all the way down to the last stitch. And when you get to the last stitch, it is a knit 1. And that is it. That is the end of row 3. Those are the 3 rows that you will do, and you will keep repeating for the pattern. So after you're done with row 3, turn your work, start with row 1 again. Now remember, row 1 is the same as row 3 that you just knit. So it might seem a little bit confusing at the start, but remember to do the rows in that order, rows 1, 2, and 3. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do row 1 again, just so that I can show you a little tip on how to count the rows, because this can get a little bit confusing at the start. But once you know the tip, it'll be easy. All right, you get to the last stitch is just a knit 1. So that was the end of row 1. You're going to turn your work, do row 2, row 3, etc. So you'll notice that the first 3 rows that we did, we get these nice little V's. Each V is 1 row. So here's row 1, row 2, row 3. So you know you've done 3 rows, and now you can see that there's another V forming in this middle part here between the V's, and that's what gives it this broken rib pattern. So if I've left my work and I come back and I don't know which row I just completed, I can count here and see. So each one of these little things are 3 rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, and now it starts again. Here's row 1. So I know that I've done row 1 in the pattern repeat. Now in the row repeat, so I've done row 1, which means now I'm ready to start row 2. And so that's one way to figure out which row you're on. Of course, you can always use a row counter, or you can always just note it down before you put your work down. Or if you're doing a small enough project, always make sure you do the 3-row repeat and stop your work there. So you know when you come back, you're going to start with row 1 again. So I hope you give this one a try. Very simple stitch, but a very pretty stitch. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, share my videos. And if you have any questions, suggestions, leave them in the comments field for me. I look forward to seeing you all again on another one of my videos. Happy knitting!